Hello, my precious wandering souls, and welcome back to Miles Edgeworth AceAttorney Investigations. So, last episode we investigated the crime scene, the actual crime scene, and found out that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes. Oh yeah, and the kid who had been kidnapped, well, I call him kid, but he's actually like 20 something. The person who was kidnapped, apparently he's free now, but she's unconscious. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but let's continue. We found the kid walked up to us and was like, "Help me, I'm the kidnapper," and he just fainted. So yeah. Alright, March 13, 2:34 p.m, Wild West area. And we're back here. Looks like we got the boot again. Yep. With land safe, the focus on the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Oh, I don't remember what voice I gave this guy. Miles, my boy. I'll just give him Grossberg's voice. I don't think Grossberg appears in this game. Oh, and that girl too. Tell me it's true. Tell me that you really found my boy. It actually is more like he found us. But of course, I'll take the credit and yes, I found your boy. Yes, Mr. Amano, we found him earlier in the stadium. He found us, but he doesn't need to know that. Then my little Lance is unhurt? He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance! It must have been so horrible for him! Looked up like a... Oh god. What a cookie family. Kitty, do you have anything to say? Ha! I've got you now, you vile criminals! I think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in this. Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I wasn't joking. I don't really think that the criminals will be hiding here, right in front of two officers. I certainly hope not. I guess I have to talk to him. Lance Amano. Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. Literally. I didn't do anything. He just walked up to us. I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say, I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter. Letter? Oh, the way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know? Isn't he dating the... What's her name? What's the girl's name? Lauren Pops. Isn't he dating her? Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? Nah, I wanna know the gossip. Come on, Edgeworth. Read it. Oh, that's horrifying. Hold on a second. I know who Viola is. I can't say because it's a spoiler, but I know who Viola is. I guess it wouldn't be a spoiler if I voice the letter. My dear Lance Amano, May I come see you again, your beloved Viola. Wait, how old is she in this game? I don't remember her age. It's a very simple love letter. I don't know, Edgeworth, it's kinda... Oh, the tender lender, yeah, it's that, Viola. Eesh. Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company, tender lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Love letter, I don't think it's a love letter, but sure. Letter for Lanzamano. The sender is the tender lender loan company. Wait, a loan company? But isn't this kid like... Isn't this guy like super freaking rich? Why would he need a loan? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah. I keep doing it. Stop. I keep pressing A. Can I talk to you? I don't really want to, but... Alright, Lanzamano. He loves me not. He loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. I suppose if there were me, then... Blush. I believe you said that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. Then, are you dating or are you not dating? But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. That's a candy ring. I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring, it's a candy ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. It's so wonderful. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? What a romantic that guy, huh? So, which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going now, or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? My father used to work for Mr. Amano. And so, Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud! This is giving me... like... dramatic, cliché, telenovela vibes. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do? I heard he just wants to fly around the world. Fly around the world... Oh, maybe he was a businessman for the Amano Group, I guess? On Pegasus. Pegasus? Eh? Pegasus? Like the horse? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. Oh, okay. Holy crap! Pegasus are real in the AceAttorney world. You had me there for a second. Same. But now it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Is he dead? Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to meet ever again. Huh. Could it be that... Nah, no way. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to leave. Yes, Lauren, leave. Why are you so dramatic? About the case. About this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? We're talking about the dead body. I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident.
How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped?
Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition. Nah. I call bull.
You base everything on that.
I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. She started fantasizing again.
This girl is so frustrating.
So, what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two. Isolation room, crime scene...
Oh, the kidnapper's hideout.
The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout.
But we're still not allowed in, remember?
Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there is no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in.
I guess... I guess we talk to this guy.
What do you have to report?
Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir.
Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside?
Sir, Roger, sir.
That was surprisingly hassle-free.
Yes, suspiciously so, actually.
Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in?
Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir.
Aw, Gumshoe.
And I couldn't refuse a request from him.
Oh.
Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Like, are you surprised? The guy is so sweet. He's always really friendly with everyone. Of course, he has a lot of friends. Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir.
What is this?
Oh! Oh!
Colin Deborah says, Domino handwrite. Whereabouts unknown as to his space from Penitent prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where and I can see the rest. The man in this picture, isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon?
Or Oliver Deacon was just an alias. But the name here says Colin Deborah or Deborah. I don't really know how to say that.
That's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Deborah was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
What? Then what was he doing here?
Apparently, he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon.
Huh. No, I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case?
I mean, the victim was a felon? So what if the kidnappers are felons too? I don't know.
These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually.
Why don't we do it right now?
Alright, so we thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are.
Daughter, you say?
Huh. But despite our surveillance, he had yet to show up.
That's it?
Huh. So he has a daughter. And what's her face? Lauren just told us that she had a father who disappeared and she never saw him again, right?
I mean, It's probably what I'm thinking.
It's fine, let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer.
It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir.
I'm not sure I follow. What is it you're saying? Care to explain a bit more in a bit more detail?
Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir.
I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find.
Oh, someone's getting 7 years of bad luck? Alright, so March 13, 2:55 p.m. Kidnapper's hideout.
So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed.
While you were tied up for a while in the room next door.
Kay, please, must you bring that up again?
Now then,
Now then, down to business. There might still be some circus. Circus? Why did I think circus? I don't know. There might still be some clues left in this room.
Circus?
Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnappers' identity.
Kidnappers' hideout. Doing an investigation. The first thing I want to check. Wait. There's a blue badger costume here. Alright, first let me check. Oh hey, there's something here.
What have we here?
What have we here? It looks like a sword, like a broken sword. Tiny also, like very tiny.
Strange. Why would it be broken like that?
Broken prop sword, found laying next to the door. Broken cleanly in half. Isn't it a bit too small? More like a dagger, no?
Swords don't usually break on their own.
That's true.
Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later.
I'm not sure if I have enough logic pieces yet. Oh, no, I only have one. I guess the door?
This door is totally broken thanks to the police who forced it open.
I won't rest until blah 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 blah. Oh, this is, well, I mean, yeah, it's broken probably because of the police. That turnip handle thingy is looking pretty beat up.
I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way with brute force.
Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent.
But how is that possible after what that officer told us?
Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked.
So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be?
The door leading outside. The door had to be forced open, yet the lock is intact. Was it not locked? Is there anything that I forgot that I didn't check? Why did I check this? The barrels? Oh, they have barrels like this just outside.
Yes, and?
Well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them?
There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash.
I thought it would be something. Okay, this?
The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful of where you step, Kay.
I only fell into that other opening once, you know.
One time is enough. Maybe this thing? This must be where they dispose of old and worn out costumes.
That's so sad.
It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces.
Costume pieces in the hideout. There's a trash bin for old and useless costumes. So, are these the costumes that the kidnappers used? I just got rid of them. They just got rid of them after the incident? I'm not sure if this is anything important. I won't rest, blah 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 blah. Oh, there's a little key there. Chairs? Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs set around the table.
Folding chairs, 3 of them were set up. It's very likely that the kidnappers are in this.
So we have 3 kidnappers. One of them was Oliver Deacon slash Colin DeBray. Well, I mean, there's 3 cups here, so it's only making it clearer that there were 3 of them. Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used.
3 cups. They were on top of the table. The coffee looks like it was poured today.
So, I guess I could connect the 3 cups and the chairs, right?
Makes sense.
Can I do it right now? I mean, I have the pieces, so... Okay, so the folding chairs, there's 3 of them, and there's also 3 cups. Okay, this one is very easy. This one makes a lot of sense. Because of course, 3 chairs, 3 cups.
The common denominator between the cups and folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3.
Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers.
Indeed, something isn't adding up. Literally.
Yeah. So there's an extra kidnapper.
Is it possible there is a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see?
I have an idea, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I was thinking like the sword is broken because of what happened to the door. But I wasn't sure it was going to work.
It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock, and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time.
But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open.
A door that was locked tight, despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this.
So this was like used to block the door, I guess. Oh, you mean...
Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed?
So that's how the sword broke?
Okay. Was used to jam the handle on the hideout to the door. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers.
I guess not.
But instead, we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered.
That's a freaking jump scare. Ah! She reacted the same way. What is it? I don't know who is in there, so I'll just give like a goofy cartoonic voice. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing? Suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that. This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first, and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. Who is this? Hey, Proto-Badger, get! Alright, only one more to go. What are you getting all excited about? The prize, Edgeworth. Did you forget? The photo rally, duh! See? Look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the Bad Badger and I'm done. Ah, yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. What? It's gone! But where did it go? I need to give it that voice because I don't know who's inside that costume. What happened? What's wrong? A Bad Badger's costume is missing, sir. Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it. I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. Wait, what was this? The one that wasn't stolen? No, it was the pink badger, so... What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto-Badger, please tell me a little more about this costume you use. Do I have to talk to you? Who are you inside that costume? What did you mean by a badger costume is missing? Why, just what I said, sir. We are 1 badger short, but badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times. Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the park, the other should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that room. Both? Huh? What do you mean? Normally, we don't use the Bad Badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's the stage show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other Badgers must work together to apprehend them, sir. I'm speechless that such a show exists. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain you the only time we use that costume. Then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? All this basically means that the kidnapper stole 4 costumes in total. So there's 4 kidnappers, but there's only 3 chairs and 3 cups, so... Then, are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Yeah, because 3 chairs, 3 cups... Oh? Recall the costumes for a minute. The stolen ones, you mean? What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist? Same box with head. This one, right? Oh.
Take that!
If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. So there's only 3 kidnappers. And then what? Huh. I mean, yeah, It makes more sense for it to be 3 because 3 chairs, 3 cups, 3 costumes gone. And yet, the kidnappers decided to steal another Bad Badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 Bad Badger costumes, but the question is, why? Anna accounted for Bad Badger, the 4th stolen costume by the 3-person kidnapping group. Where's the other costume? If I remember correctly, when Edgeworth was trapped, there was a Badger head next to him, and I'm pretty sure it was the Bad Badger. I don't know. Do I have anything in logic? Maybe. I guess? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking like, maybe this is the answer, but I'm not sure. The second Bad Badger costume. I believe it might be closer than, at hand than we think. What do you mean? That costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants? Hey, you're right! Let's get it out of here and take a look. Oh, wait. As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume. Well, minus the head. I won't rest, blah 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 blah. Okay. This is very suspicious. Look, its hand is hurt. It looks more like something was ripped off of him. Huh. I guess this deduces this? Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Ah! Aha! It's the gun. It's missing its gun. I believe what we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be. Oh, the gun! Yeah? Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However... You there! Did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume. As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto-Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. It seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costume friend. Aha, missing model gun was ripped from the Bad Badger's costume. Is capable of firing blanks. Huh. So, why would they need a model gun? Because unless they're trying to stage something. I think we're about done with this room. So, what's next? Well, we found a few answers. But there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, okay? March 13, 3:24 p.m. West area. Oh, Gumshoe!
Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Gumshoe! The guy salutes him.
You gotta hurry, sir! Come on!
What is it, detective?
They found a Blue Badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir.
What?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo! That's why you've gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we might still be able to get there before Wolf Boy does, sir.
Alright, let's make haste to the main gate.
Let's go. Oh, to be continued. Oh, that was short. You know what? I'll keep recording. It's only been 35 minutes. That's fine. I'll continue. Just a little more. I keep wondering if that little standee on the entrance is the same from Case 5, Game 1.
Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe? For some reason I'm blind and I cannot see more far ahead.
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir.
Oh, that's disturbing. Was it out here in the open all along?
No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
There's something inside it.
Then let's get down to it.
I will rest, la 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 la. Yeah. What is this?
What do we have here?
Is it possible? Because Lauren said something about Pegasus. Is it possible that this pendant and that one are like a pair? Oh, it's another pendant! That's 2 treasures in one day! How lucky is that? And hey! This pretty baby is made of platinum silver too!
So another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that these two go together?
Hold it right there, I don't know. Oh. Is it Lang? Yep, it is.
Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you? Oh. A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence.
How can you tell?
Look here and read off what you see.
Lauren. Lauren! Hey, it's a name that's engraved on it. On this. So, Lauren T. Lauren Deacon? Yeah. Miss Pop's pendant. It's shaped like Pops's. It's shaped like a pair of wings. Lauren D is engraved on the back. Oh, it's definitely hers. Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper. No, you don't understand.
Lolly, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Lance! You're kidding! Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers? Yes. Huh? It was me. I held Lance hostage. Why?
So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can call this case solved, or over.
Hey guys, case closed. Get the car ready, and I mean the special one for this young lady.
Hold it!
Heh, again, Mr. Prosecutor? What is it this time?
Are you proposing that Miss Pop is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect.
We found it.
We found it. Found what?
That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass.
So just because you found his gun, you're just letting him out and arresting her.
Lang. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are.
I would object that, but come on. Damon Gant, a bunch of other unnamed detectives present. Gumshoe, kinda.
Who are you calling a sham?
Gumshoe, you gotta admit that the officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon. So Officer Smikins has been cleared of all charges, I see. And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Using my own words against me, yeah. Edgeworth's like, you slimy damn idiot. Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him. Nah. Listen, this is an AceAttorney game. Killers usually don't confess to their crimes that easily. I can believe it! Thanks for the confession.
Objection!
Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed. Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for? Miss Lauren Pops. Yes? I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder. But why? I am a kidnapper and a killer. For you to admit it so, easily, it's very suspicious. Isn't that enough? It's fine if you are the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't? Well, I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as the losing mud. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today. Miss Pop's confession. The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Amano would pay anything to get his son back, after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. So you're claiming self-defense. There, are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much. Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth? Yes, it is. If that is the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there is something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Okay. The one who came with the kidnapping was a butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew we could reach by holding Lance hostage. Would pay anything to get his son back. Anything was to carry the bag, was the money.
Hold it!
Why do you think he did? I have no idea, but maybe he had planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops. Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning. Doesn't make sense. Was that ever really likely to happen? I don't think so. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes? I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely. Huh? I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you. But why? We were total strangers. You sure?
It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over... Miss Pops, you really are clueless, are you? What do you mean? You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. Should I present Deacons or Lawrence? Dependents. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops. Should I present this one or the other one? I guess I present this one. I don't know. Why are you showing this to me?
So what about the pendant?
Oh, I get it. This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are. Ah, so I have to present first the horse and then the wings. Of course. I was like, hold on, how on earth? Like, because both prove that they're related, but I didn't know which one was the first one I had to show. These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right! They're the same color and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one.
Eh?
Shall we give it a try?
Wow, it's totally Pegasus!
And we know that, well, she told us something about Pegasus.
But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
What? No, that can't be!
So the two make a set. It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything. Huh, you lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant. Oh, right. This one, right? Daughter.
Take that!
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Deborah, the name that is etched on the horse pendant.
What? An alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense, given that it's written in Mr. Deborah's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section is what reveals the true meaning of... Daughter! Mr. Deborah had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Pops.
That's a lie! That person was not my father!
He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. This is such a telenovela. This is such a telenovela. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot?
Not so fast!
What now? And what is so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
Your thinking is much too innocent. After all, I've thought of another possibility.
Is that so? Well, let's hear it.
Oh. Another possibility. Alright. I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it impossible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the house of Amano. And the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping.
What are you trying to get at, dude? Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well? So this is his version of how things might have been. You don't have any proof that either one didn't know of their true relationship, right? You mean they knowingly committed the kidnapping and as father and daughter? That's right. As one really rotten family. Is that really what happened? I had better take a long, hard look at the evidence. I think it's here. Okay, Lang. I don't know. Where is it? Oh, it was it was right here. This.
Objection!
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just two people alone. And what kind of proof do you have of that? Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers. 3! 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's backroom. We found one of them in the kidnappers' hideout. But as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to a 3-man group. And I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. Who? Who is this mastermind? Oh my god! I can't say it because it's spoiler, but oh my god, it's exactly like that. I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping. Is it actually?
Take that!
Oh my god! It lanza mano. Oh my god, it's exactly like that one case. Yes, this abduction was, in fact, schemed up by Lance himself. I still don't quite understand why, but recall what he said when he appeared before us. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but 2. One was a woman. However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said. But I know I only saw 2 people. This guy was being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them. Yes, but about when you were being held, I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened when you were being held captive? I really don't remember much anymore, honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room, blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. He's speaking. Through the underground passageway, I presume. Are you okay? Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? No, not quite yet. How could you not? Why do you look at me with the icy daggers in your eyes? It's the Edgeworth eyes. Because he's a prosecutor, and because they're all like that. Shut up, Lang. I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eye are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it.
Che! There is a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. Oh, I don't need to read it anymore. Fixing his little bow. I think it might be here.
Hold it!
How did you manage to escape? I wanted to just get out there, but the door leading outside was locked, which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape. I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined. The door leading outside was locked tight, so I had to use the underground passageway. The door was locked? Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Objection!
You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really? Ah! You can get out of those handcuffs! Why do you still have them? We're talking about the room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open, right, Shinna? Oh wait, what voice do I give this girl? Yes, that's correct. I'll just give her neutral voice because I have no idea how to voice her. Then take a look at this. What is that? A sword? It's not especially reliable one if it's broken like that. Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by this sword, which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not just simply remove the sword and escaped? Why didn't I? I was disoriented. Yes, that's it. I didn't notice it. Eh? As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not in fact possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own. You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way. And what would that be? A motive. What else? Do you honestly think that an upright pure boy like him would catch up a completely pointless scheme just as kidnapping himself?
Objection!
This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit his crime. Yes. No, it's this one. The quote-unquote love letter.
Take that!
To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. Oh, the rescue money, of course. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance?
Looks like he's Harvey, the son of a rich man too. It must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man, huh?
Alright, I give up. I abducted myself.
Lance!
Ugh, the freaking win. It's over, Lolly. In this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that 1 million, but now the dream is over.
Oh, Lance!
Then you are giving yourself up? Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back. He turned on you? Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money, that's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside a room and Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first, in the blue badger costume. That would mean the person officer making saw was Miss Pops. But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on a bad badger costume, took the suitcase with the $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly.
I still don't believe it. That person was not my father. Because if he was, I just killed my own father.
Lolly, then it really was you? Chain of events.
That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumbled to the ground, and I ran, scared for my life.
I think the big picture is finally coming to focus, don't you? Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you.
So, Miss Pops, she shot her own dad without even knowing who he really was?
If what she says is true.
Are you saying she's lying? But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose could it serve?
You would be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves.
Oh! The trauma. The trauma. Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, listen carefully to her confession once more and you'll see.
Like, lying without even knowing?
It's giving DL6.
Was a bad badger, putting the aiming to shoot me dead.
Hold it!
Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why would you try to shoot me? Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't know.
I don't want to believe in myself. But it's true, my father's left arm was raised with a gun in it.
Where is it?
Right, dominant hand, right. So, if he was trying to shoot you, shouldn't he try to do it with his right hand? Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought.
Miss Pops, please calm down and take a deep breath. And then, would you allow me to please hear that last statement one more time?
Yes, of course. Oh, I get it. I have to present the dossier because she says left hand, but he's right-handed. But that badger pointed a gun in his left hand at me, aiming to shoot me dead. Left hand? You sure?
Objection!
I have here a dossier on your father. And according to this, your father was right-handed.
Then
The person pointed a gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon.
Not so fast!
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course.
the Bad Badger has a mortal gun attached to his right hand, which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that?
Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? Then again, I suppose I can expect someone who has never set foot in court to catch it.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
Enough with the smugness. Out with it already. Miss Pops told us earlier.
There was a Bad Badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it.
According to you, the Bad Badger had the gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the Bad Badger. It had those huge sunglasses on its face.
But if that's the case, even I can see there's a huge contradiction. Yes, Miss Pops claimed to have seen the Bad Badger. And yet, the Bad Badger had both of his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. It wasn't the Bad Badger, but hands were not occupied. Both are correct. They are both correct.
Impossible. That just leaves us with an irresolvable contradiction.
Miss Pops' entire statement rests on the fact that she saw his sunglasses and beard. But what if that Bad Badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower half? This proves that there was a way for the Bad Badger to freely use both of his hands.
The head!
Take that!
The costumes have two parts to them, a head and a body.
Oh, I get it now!
The head Miss Pops saw was probably really the head of the Bad Badger. However, is it not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger?
A different badger?
Yes, or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. The body of the Bad Badger,
Can you let me read before you jump to...
The body of the Bad Badger Miss Pops saw really belonged to this badger.
to... the Proto Badger.
Take that!
What the heck is it? Oh, it's a Proto Badger.
Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops was wearing the blue badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the pink badger is of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that's left is the Proto Badger costume. Miss Pops, who was the one who wore the Proto Badger costume?
That would be Lance.
Not so fast!
Are you saying what I think you are? That Lance Amano donned the Bad Badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon? On top of which he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing.
The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than a setup. and its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim. It was all done so that she would pull the trigger. I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have to do all that, huh? There is but one reason, Lanzamano. You are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon. What? No! That's slander. Take it back. You take it back right now. Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand? I'm left-handed, but what does that have to do with anything? It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker held a gun in his left hand. Ha! Who is what-handed doesn't prove a thing. You sure? And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto-Badger is bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right? Nope, actually not.
Objection!
Of course, logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well, and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure that they wouldn't be hit by a bullet. Do I have it? Oh yeah, I have it.
Take that!
We found one half of a Bad Badger costume in the hideout, a broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing, plus it was missing something. And that something is the mortal gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks. Yeah, so he was using the mortal gun. What? Miss Pops, where is the gun you use now? I threw it away into the sea. That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question. I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture. I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high. Oops, sorry, I hit my microphone. Okay, let's pretend that you're right, and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor? I don't know yet. Ha! I knew you were full of it! However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame. Hold it? Oh, hold it! Please, wait a second, it's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance. She saw the victim in the state of being restrained. Okay? What Miss Pops saw? I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape. So Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right? We thought that it would attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone. Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time. And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard the plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pops saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim that was still alive at that time, wouldn't you agree? Why does that sound wrong to me? There must be something amiss about this account. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail.
Came back to the hideout. By the time, subtle mistaken. She had time mistaken security to the... Huh? Hold it?
Hold it!
You are sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw? Yes, I am certain of what I saw. Did you go into the other room to check? Lance said that it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul. Then are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself? I checked to the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure. That just had to be Mr. Deacon. She saw a bad badger head. The captive had a bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure it was Mr. Deacon.
Hold it!
So, the tied-up Mr. Deacon was still in his bad badger costume. Yes, and? It would appear that she misread the whole situation. What now? Should I raise an objection? Duh! The person you saw was not the victim. What? Why not? I will tell you why not. With this! This, Miss Pop, shows us that the person you saw was not the victim. Oh, okay, yeah, this one.
Take that!
Miss Pops, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all. Oh, okay. She misunderstood the whole thing. Yeah, I understand. God damn it, this girl. Ah, God. Huh? The person you actually saw was this person. Not Kay, not Lance. It was Miles. It was me. Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth? I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me, even after I had handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and run. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right? No, that's... You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a bad badger's head on. And then made your costume escape together, or so you pretended. Huh? What do you mean he pretended? Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the bad badger hair from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with the prop sword, he then escaped via the passageway.
Not the back!
Hold your tongue, boy! Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth. Tidal wave? We've heard a lot come out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal and his subsequent detainment. All of that could have happened when you were out cold. That's right, you were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor. Even if that were the case, Miss Pop would have still seen me tied to that pin. I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So I really have no idea if you were there in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, it would seem that you can't prove a thing. No. Hold it? Who was it? Who said that? Oh. Please wait. Mr. Amano. Oh, Miles, my boy. It looks like you're really giving it your all. And Lance,
It's not good to cause trouble for others. Dad! Let's see, you are the one in charge of the investigation, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you.
How do you now?
Oh, okay. Is that what I think it is? Oh, okay. Oh.
It's the Bad Badger costume the victim was wearing, and a gun!
I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found this myself. It appears that they were disposed of in the sea.
Ah, is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law?
Nope. There. Now, Agent Lang, please calm down.
What the heck is that scrap of paper? This appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says.
What?
The Chief of Police? What the? Just who does he think he is? The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
Oh, there. Now. There is no need to be so upset.
Hey, I'm not a cop from this land. So I'm not bound by the laws of your country.
Now. This wasn't meant to strong-arm you into anything, it's just a request. I'm only asking that you please respect the laws of the land.
I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand. It doesn't matter who found the evidence. Its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at this new evidence.
I've already got the results back. I had a special forensics research lab that I'm on good terms with conduct the test. This guy. Flexing his money. They verified that the blood on this costume belongs to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren. What? You disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you have no reason left to push my poor boy around. That's it? These are the case-making pieces of evidence? I'll be the judge of that. I won't rest, blah 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 blah. Actually, I think I'm gonna stop because now it's been a while and my throat is starting to hurt. So, I hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye!